Let's see what we got. Is it happening? Is it happening? Are we live? Hold on. Are we live? I think we're live. Hold on. Let me get another check on here. Are we live? Hold on. I said, are we live? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Come on. Come on. No, I need to hear it louder. I need to hear it louder. I said, are we live? Are we live right now? I think we are. Hold on. We live? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is another iteration of the practice live stream that we have going on here. Just practicing right now. Just kind of going through, steps to try to make this a good production for everybody. I'm just practicing right now. But everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We got a good live practice stream going on right now. Camera angle's a little fucked up right now, but we ain't too stressed about it. Yo, man, this is something special happening right now. If you have to take a moment and acknowledge this has been something that should have been coming together for a minute now. I've been having thoughts about Tottenham and the Spurs team. It's been keeping me up at night. I never thought of starting the channel until now, but I finally got the equipment, put everything together. I'm using the free version of all this stuff. We ain't got the funds at the moment, but this is what we waited for. This is what the people wanted. So this is what we gonna give to you. First off, I want to say we're going to start off this stream by just talking about the recent game over the weekend. We got, hold on here. We had, first of all, let me just say this. First of all, we won. That's the first thing we did. We won. Second thing, we got a clean sheet. Clean sheet at Everton. Ain't easy. It's not an easy thing to do. As Liverpool, you know what Liverpool's going. You know what's going on in Liverpool right now. So, hey, 3 points. I forgot the name of the new stadium, but it's at the new stadium by the waterfront. That's a good win to me. That's a big win. 3 goals. 3 goals. That's 3. Come on now. 2 from Van de Beek. Our defenders stepping up, scoring more goals than our forwards. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy world we're living in. Set piece FC. Fans talking about they don't want to see set piece FC. Well, guess what? People blaming Arsenal, saying, "Oh, it's Arsenal's fault that everybody's doing set pieces now." Well, guess what? Set pieces have been a part of the game, and guess what? We're a part of that game now. That's just the truth. We're gonna have to rely on set pieces a whole lot more than you think. If you honestly think these attackers are some sort of revelation to the sport, to Tottenham, you are lying to yourself. We got Odegaard. Richarlison came on. He did get an assist, though. Got an assist, but didn't score. I have Brendan Johnson, who's just trash. Just trash to me. Can score a goal, can get the tap-in goals, is quick, but I don't think we're using them right. to be quite honest, is more suited for Ange's system. But especially in this system where we're expecting our wingers to put a move on, do something special with the ball, he ain't gonna cut it. He's not gonna cut it. We had Matthias Tell, the other French brother. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is all mid-level, bottom of the table type of attack that I'm seeing right now at this thing. But we got the 3 points, and that's what matters. 3 goals. Sar came in with a goal as well. That's a midfielder, not an attacker. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah. First of all, just kind of going on the overall things. First of all, let me say this. Welcome to the show. All right, welcome to the show. I got a couple of things to talk about. We're gonna run through a couple of things. I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. It's probably gonna be about an hour, maybe, probably even less than that, depending on how quickly I run through these topics. But we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. I'm sure there's people that aren't necessarily happy about how we're playing right now. But for me, I'm happy with this. If we can keep winning, if we can keep getting through these games, I wish you could say without injury. We're still getting injuries. We still have injured players out. But I think if we can keep going at this momentum, man, I think Frank is going to, first of all, solidify his position next season, which is, I think, is most important. Because with this fickle fan base, you never know. The fans might turn on this dude even though he's not losing. He's drawing and winning games. But since the football is boring, fans are going to somehow turn on him and expect what? I'm not sure. I know. Hey, come on now. Come on. There are brothers, all right? Fans like you and me of the same team, so we have to make sure that their opinions, feel valid. Everybody has to feel special. Come on now. Come on. But what else have we got going on? Well, we're gonna talk about Everton. We may even talk a little bit about some other Premier League teams, some other results over the weekend. So let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like and subscribe. Okay? Go ahead and like and subscribe. Please. I would love it. We can go ahead and get this channel going. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So Everton 0, Spurs 3. I think you look at that starting lineup, I think you're saying, what? Now, for me, it was a little bit weird. I have the One Football app. Now, they had Xavi in the 10, and they had Brendan Johnson on the left wing and Kudus on the right wing. But it looks like when we were playing that Xavi Simmons was on the Simons. Xavi Simons is on the left wing. Kudus was in the middle. Brendan Johnson on the right. And you can kind of tell right off the bat at first, it was kind of confusing for the players. I think it took them some time to adjust in the attack. I immediately saw Brendan Johnson waving Kudus away from him because Kudus was, I think, so keen to try to take on players out wide and create that space for Brendan Johnson and kind of that half channel right at the edge of the box. But I think it was just too congested at the time. And, I think they kind of worked it out. I think Kudus figured out he needed to try to be more central, maybe in the build-up play, kick it out to Brendan Johnson. But What I did like about it, it did create an overload. I think Everton kind of struggled a little bit with it. I think because we didn't really know what we were doing, so I think they couldn't really calculate what we were doing either on that side, and you know, we were able to get the ball out of bounds for the corners that we took advantage of heavily. So I think, yeah, overall, I think it was a good win. Again, it's you can't argue with 3 points. Set piece FC, set piece FC. Uh, but I think we need to capitalize on those opportunities when we do have them. As far as open play build up, I didn't think we did a whole lot. We did have an open play goal at the end, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really think we created the most clear cut chances in the open play. So in those set piece opportunities, I think you have to take advantage of them. We got tall players on the team. We got a big team, so I think that's something Thomas Frank is going to want to take advantage of. Something he also did at Brentford as well. So no doubt about it that that set pieces will come into play, and whether fans like it or not, that's just what it is. To be quite honest, my prior prediction for this, it was it I didn't predict us to win, honestly. I was going for more of a draw against Everton. I thought it was going to be a tight 1-1 draw. I thought Everton would be able to get down in that low block. Surprisingly enough, I thought Everton was way more expansive on the ball than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to do a lot more counterattacking, but they really did create some good chances just from moving the ball around on the outside of the box. The number 10, what's his name? I think it's Ndai. Yeah, man, he was causing havoc. He's good on the ball, strong on the ball. Him and oh, what's his name? Oh man, I'm forgetting his name out wide. But they were linking up for some chances. Jack Grealish, that's his name. Jack Grealish. So Grealish and Ndai were linking up, and I thought they were causing some havoc for us. They don't really have any goal scorers on the team, so as far as a goal scoring threat, I thought it'd pretty much be the same what we did with the set pieces. They did have a goal ruled out from a set piece, so after that was ruled out, I didn't really think they would be posing that much of a threat. It would be some sort of wicked open play goal or another wicked set piece goal that would give them that. But once we went 2-0 up, I was pretty sure we were going to win the game, and it was more about seeing that defensive resilience, and I think we showed that. There's a couple of chances again from for Everton, but yeah, I didn't think that they posed much of a threat, and we look solid, man. Just coming from last season and seeing us look way more solid, seeing everybody putting in way more effort in defending, and I don't even necessarily think it's way more effort in defending. I've seen us have clean sheets against Man City and have really good defensive performances with Ange. I think it's more of we know what we're doing now on defense. We're not guessing. We're not running around. We're not, it just doesn't look kamikaze defensively, and everybody's just kind of running backwards, just trying to find space and figure out space. But yeah, I thought it was very solid, and I think Thomas Frank has taken his effects. I think defensively for sure, but again, I think we didn't have any defensive plan. So, is that a whole lot of credit to give to him? Maybe, maybe not. At the end of the day, fans have been saying that we've been pretty negative and that we've not been expansive offensively. So maybe you could say he's been too focused on the defense. But I think coming from where we were and what we were doing before, yeah, yeah, we were going to have to address that defense. And we also don't have, I I think Takai. So our center backs are still out. Still got a couple center backs out. So I think him trying to make sure we have solid performances defensively is nothing to be, I guess, angry at or be disappointed in. I think that's honestly what should have been addressed first, and the attack can be addressed later. So, but yeah, my prior prediction, just to kind of recap, I thought it was just going to be a 1-1, maybe a 2-2. Again, if there were some wicked set piece goals, I always thought that we had a goal in us to tie the game, um, even if we went down. If we went down 0-2, I don't know. But if we ever went down 1-0 or 2-1, I always thought we had the game tying goal to get the draw. But yeah, 3-0. I mean that's awesome. So standout performances. Listen, for me, I think some standout performances. I thought looking on the ball, one was Koulibaly, Muani on the ball. I think he's kind of finding his form. I think he's you seen that his hold up play just it's way better than Richarlison's. It's you can tell that he has some skill and some tech in getting the ball to players and back heels and flicking the ball off the foot right into the path. And he's had some he's created some chances for us for sure. So you know I think he was definitely a standout. I think another standout for us, and he's always been the standout really, again and again, is Vicario. Saving our bacon again with some great saves, and you know, I think he gets a lot of flack because there's some things that I think the top class goalkeepers do that he doesn't do yet, and does he have the capacity to develop that? I'm not really sure. He's a young goalkeeper, but things like composure, things like penalties. I think there's some natural things you got to have in your DNA as a goalkeeper, and I don't think he has that. And if that's what Spurs fans are looking for, with like an overall goalkeeper to do all those things great, we might have to look to somebody else. But I think as far as him, I think he's the shot stopper. If you would to categorize a goalkeeper, he's a shot stopper. So yeah, I think he's he had a good performance in getting those stops. And like I said, the few chances that Everton were able to create, he was able to get some stops. So good on him. I think he had a standout performance. Another one, obviously, probably the 3-star general, Mickey Van de Ven. 2 goals, 2 headed goals, keeping a clean sheet. With Vicario, I think he did great. I think he had a great game. I think he stepped up again. I think he's showing his quality and showing why, one, he deserves to be on that Dutch team going into the World Cup. But 2, I think he's showing that, hey, man, he's the number 1 center back. And I think if he's going to have more performances like that, during the season, I think, Tottenham are going to have to, make sure that we keep that locked down, because I think there's definitely a market out there for him. Definitely teams that would want him. And, he's good in the air. He's good on the ground. I think some of his one-on-one defending is still what is in question. I know for me, I think it was it last season or 2 seasons ago against Newcastle, man, dog, he got cooked. Bro, he got cooked, man. Absolutely unbelievable. But it was it was a horror show. You should have seen that man's ankles. He was laying on the ground. He's like scoring the goal. He's in there. Look at my knees. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They call the police on that. I'm gonna use more of these sounds. I need to incorporate more of these sounds. So, so but yeah, he was a standout for me. Those are really the three big standouts. As far as having a good performance. I think Xavi, man. Hey, I think he's a little bit rough on the ball. I think right now he's overthinking things, and I think he's forcing himself to try to make a play on the ball. I think there's a lot of pressure that comes with being in that number 10 position in the Premier League. You got to create chances. You either got to be assisting goals or you got to be scoring them. One or the other. This running around and passing the ball and doing this and doing that really doesn't account for anything. And especially with the way we'd be playing offensively, we didn't look the best. So fans are gonna be on him, and he has to understand and be patient and figure out that he can't rush this. This isn't this league is probably the most physically intense league, the fastest paced league in football right now. So he's gonna understand. He has to understand he can't force these things. He's gonna have to give his body and mind time to adjust to the pace of this league. He's gonna have to understand that every team, and he's a good player. He's faced top level opposition, so I'm not saying that he's not aware of these things, but he has to understand in this league, it's any given, in a term that we use in America, it's any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, any team can come in. Any given Sunday, any player on any one of these teams can just rock up on that field, step on your foot, push you around, shove you around, just completely boss you for 90 minutes. And you sit there, look at the ref, wondering where the fouls are. You're trying to get passes off, they're not working. You feel like you're getting fouled. You're running with the ball, taking too many touches, looking around too much. Next thing you know, you're getting hooked off. And, I think in the second half of the game, he started growing a little bit more into the game, just a little bit more, but not the impact. Not the impact that fans are wanting, not the impact fans are expecting. And I think with the whole Eze saga and Morgan Gibbs White saga, and you can even include, what's his name? Wirtz over in Liverpool. I think there's a spotlight on the striker in the number 10 position this season. I think everybody's looking at their strikers and their number 10s to produce, because I think all the top clubs feel like they have a good set of attackers. But really for Spurs, we have Xavi Simons, who I think is a good 10. I think he is a good player. But in that striker position, I think it's going to take some time for him and Muani to build that relationship. But I think if there's any relationship we want to nurture in the attack, it's that. So, but I mean, he wasn't a standout player. I think it's going to take him time. And hey man, it's it's one of those unfortunate things where he can't hit the ground running, which I think fans wanted to. I think he wanted to. I think he wanted to immediately hit the ground running, improve the Dutch team, Germany, England, even himself, that he was ready for this jump. He's ready for this move. He's ready to become a star. I think he definitely is the player of the caliber that is looked at to be a superstar on their team. So I think he feels like there's a lot of pressure on him to be that superstar. And right now, this team is not in any position to try to make superstars, to find superstars. I would say to even build superstars. I think right now we're just trying to find an identity under Thomas Frank. I think next transfer window is when you're going to see the real team building. But I mean, yeah, all in all, those are my big standouts. I had to explain why Zabby Simmons wasn't a standout, since he's the new shiny toy on the team and got the start today. Um, I guess you could say Pape Sarr as well. He's a standout. I think he came in and did some good things on the ball. Obviously, got his goal at the end. Fans were wondering why he wasn't celebrating. I think I saw some on social media or on the internet about having a having a teammate pass away or a fellow countryman pass away, and people were speculating he was upset about that, or that his resistance to celebration was to show his condolences and show that he's um, feeling the pain from what's happened. So I'm not sure about that, but either way, he got his goal. I think as far as his performance, hey man, I think he's warranted maybe a start in this next game, especially against Newcastle Cup game in the middle of the week. I'm sure Thomas Frank is going to want to rotate. I think he's done enough to show that he deserves that position to rotate. Now, whether that's in a 10, an 8, or a 6 is yet to be seen. I think that honestly depends on the other midfielders we have. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think he's like an honorable mention, or you know what? I should probably give him the standout as well. He got the goal, midfielder again. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give him the standout. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He deserves it. Actually, give him yeah. All right. So let me see here. What other topics did I have? Oh, did Frank get it right? Oh my goodness, did Frank get it right? Let's think about this for a second. Did Frank get it right? I mean, as far as the opening, when you see that starting squad, first of all, Brendan Johnson, Brendan Johnson is all I was thinking of. Brendan Johnson in that starting squad, in that right spot where he's supposed to be. Um, Listen, man. Like I said, I think at the beginning, there's definitely some iffy stuff going on with Kudus and Brendan Johnson. I think they had to take some time to communicate with each other and get it right. But I think once they kind of got a rhythm and an understanding of their position and what they wanted to do, and hell, Frank probably was yelling out instructions. Um, wasn't necessarily listening to the sideline, but I'm sure Frank could probably be giving instructions in the middle of the game as well to kind of make that adjustment for them. But hold on, let me get some water. I'm sorry. All right, hey, come on. Practice live streams, not like it matters anyway. Not even that good. Why? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Come on, man. Anyways, everybody just has to take a chance to laugh at me, I guess. But yeah, man. After they got that adjustment, I think going into the half, we were up 2-0, I believe. So you could say going into halftime, everything was working. Plan was going well according to plan. So I think in the second half, I mean, yeah, we had a solid performance. There's a few times Everton got some chances on us, but as far as the back line, Van de Ven and Danzo, I think they're showing that they could be a solid partnership, especially with Romero being gone. We definitely need to start developing that relationship. So I think Danzo and Van de Ven is great, getting that together. I think what I think he also got right was giving Kulumani the start, Muani the start. I think he deserved the start. Um, I wish he could have kept him in and played him longer, but what can you do? What can you do? He put in Richarlison, and hey, Richarlison came in, got his assist, so you can say that substitution worked as well. Sar as well. Sar came in, got the goal. Another substitution that worked. As far as Bergval, I mean, I think Xavi wasn't happy to come off, but if you're gonna say you need to put some fresh energy in there, you need to put in some new ideas. I don't think Bergval's as good as Xavi Simons. I don't think he can do what he does on the ball, but I think he wanted to try to inject some energy, some new life in the game. So I think you could say he went. What is that? Is that 3 for 3 subs? I think he did 3. Did he do another one after that? That was a 4. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, but pretty much he got 3 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 right. So I think that's pretty good. And yeah, man, clean sheet, 3 points, 3 goals, set pieces. These all look like stuff they did on the training ground. So you got to give them credit for that as well. Hey, man, it is what it is. I think he got that right. Yes, he got that right. Did he get that right? Yes, he did. Oh. You gotta do the noises. I had to do the noises, but yeah, man, he got that right to me. He got that right to me. So anybody that's saying he fucked up or that they're still upset, man, they can just go ahead and eat a Frank. That's right, I said eating Franks. That's right. Sending shots to all you Frankies. All you guys can eat a Frank. Yeah. But nah, man. I think he got it right for the game. I think he really did, and I think he deserves his credit. He deserves credit where credit's due. Can't remember what our results were, but I'm sure it's probably about the same. We probably won. We probably didn't look good. So there you go. He got it right to me. He got it right to me. What else? We got what did we learn from this? Okay, So what we learned from this is, I think for one, I think the pairing relationship between Mwani and Zavi needs time. But I think if those two can get that connected, add Kudus in there. Kudus is out wide, so I'm not sure how much he'll be able to do. But I've seen Kudus cross the ball. He's a great crosser of the ball. So I'm sure at some point he can be a part of that connection by getting some space and whipping some balls in. So yeah, man. I think that's the most important thing. We need to let that relationship develop a little bit. I think second, I think we need to put Xavi in the 10. I don't think he looks comfortable out on the left. Whenever he's out on the left, he's always cutting back inside, and I don't know. It just felt like the team was very right-sided heavy in the game. It felt like everybody was drifting inside and to the right. Um, Kudus overloading with Brandon Johnson on the right. So it felt like there's two players out wide. You had Xavi and then Mwani kind of in the center. You didn't really have, I think, kind of what you needed out left. I think Jed Spence kind of held it down, but I don't think he's the best on the ball either. So, yeah, man, I think we need to kind of get the players in their natural positions. I think it's a shame we didn't get the left winger because we're having to try to shoehorn players into that left wing. And listen, Odegaard can't play on the left wing every game. I guess we could try to put Tell in on the left wing, but I don't really think he's that effective on the left wing either. So I think it's kind of a tough spot to be in. But hey, that's what we're set up with. That's what Frank has to work with. So I think for everybody that's on his back, I think first of all, again, eat a Frank. And then second, you have to understand that I think that the transfer window wasn't the best as far as providing the number of players that we needed. And it's funny because before we would get players and they wouldn't be the best, but we would get at least a number of players to have a sizable squad to use players. And even though we didn't think they were good or we didn't even want to use some of them, they were there to be available to play. But now it felt like in the summer window, we bought the players with the quality that we wanted, or at least tried to raise the level. But we only bought like two or three of those players in that position. So it just feels like we left the team short, especially in a year when we had 4 competitions. Who could possibly thought of that? But hey man, you just gotta roll with the punches. Roll with the punches, and yeah, man, we gotta to pretty much make it to that January window and see what we can do there. See if the ownership is willing to back Frank. I think right now he's proven himself. Hey, give him the money, man. Show him the money, and get him a left winger for the love of God. Get him a left winger, and then maybe even try to get him a right back or a left back, someone to sub into that spot. So that way we can have that depth in the back. We can keep players like Archie Gray in the midfield and actually try to play them in the midfield more. And actually give Udogie and Jed Spence and Poro a rest, actually giving them more depth. So if we can get a left winger and another, I guess that'd be a left back. We would need, a left left winger and a left back. I think, hey man, that'd be enough to get us to the end of the season. And hell, man, I think right now with how teams are, especially in this Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. If we can take advantage of some of these bigger teams in lower form right now, or in poor form, I should say, man, the sky is the limit. We don't know what we can do. We don't know where we could go. We could be getting into another trophy. Serious. We could win another trophy this season. I swear. We could possibly do it. I'm serious. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool's not good. Are you done? Thank you. Jesus. Okay. All right. But listen, yeah, I think if we could take advantage of, you'd say, a Liverpool right now, we definitely see when we play Chelsea, and I think it's in our within our next three games, a Liverpool or a Chelsea. These teams that are kind of inconsistent right now, if we can catch them on an inconsistent night in the cup game. I'm telling you, man. I think with Frank's system, we'll be solid enough to beat these lower level teams, these mid level or these mid table relegation teams, hell, these lower league teams, whoever we face in these cups. So if we can knock off a couple of the big guys, hey man, the sky's the limit of us getting another trophy this season. As much as fans are pretending to act like we should be um, winning the Champions League or getting to like the semifinals of the Champions League and getting top four this season, which I don't really think we can do. I'd rather go for a cup realistically that we can win. And if we can do that and finish in top 10, I say that's a great season coming back from finishing 17th, getting another cup and getting in the top 10. If we could get top 6 and get into Europe, that would be, I think he would got above expectations. That's an A plus for me. If he can get Europe and a cup, that'd be A plus. So, but yeah, man, I think from what we learned, all in all, that this team just needs time, man. Frank needs time. He just has to keep putting his hands on this team, and I think defensively we're seeing what he can do, but I think offensively, man, it's just it's diabolical. Um, but it's gonna come in time. It's gonna come in time. So just give it some time, folks. That's all I gotta say about that. So I mean, hey, any other games that I watched this weekend? What else did I watch? I don't think I've watched any other full games. I was watching part of Brentford and Liverpool. Man, Liverpool, man. I don't know. I don't know about that team, man. I thought really pretty much that they were going to be the ones, the saving grace to us not having to deal with Arsenal fans, but that's not looking to be the case right now. It's looking to be that we're going to have to deal with a whole season of Arsenal at least talking shit. I'm not sure if they're going to win the league, but at least they're going to be talking shit. So, hey, man. They spent how much? Like almost like $500 million in the transfer window. Everybody's saying they got to get it right. I don't think they have to. To be quite honest, even though they won, and they still have a lot of the players that they won with, so I don't think it's necessarily a rebuild, but they definitely had to add some accessories if that makes like any sense. Like they gotta Yeah, I mean they had to add some accessories really, but and they needed to add a little bit more, and especially with the unfortunate passing of Diogo. Yeah, man, I think they had to get at least two more strikers. I think they needed to address their defense as well. I think Van Dyke is going to be close to leaving, so they needed to try to handle that. Same thing with what's his name that went to Real Madrid. He was leaving. They knew it. They got Kirkes. They got Frimpong. I think Kirkes is going to take him a little bit of time. I think Frimpong, I'm not sure what he is. I think he's supposed to be a winger, if I remember right. I think he's supposed to be a winger, but for whatever reason, I felt like he's been playing as like a wingback, an attacking wingback, and they just been letting him trying to push up and I guess kind of play as the winger and get back. But I'm not necessarily sure what his position is, and I am too lazy to go. Whatever. But yeah, is what I would say is that listen, he's Arnie Slot. When I mean he's got some stuff to figure out. I think for one, I think it's the mentality that's the biggest issue with that team. I think with people in the media saying, "Oh, this is the best team. They're sure to win again. It's going to be two in a row." I think you even had some Arsenal fans that were like, "Oh, they spent all this money. We can't compete." Man City fans, "Oh, they spent a whole bunch of money. I'm not sure. Pep is old, and we got to do all this stuff and blah 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 blah." So, I'm not necessarily sure if they if they if they just came in with that type of hunger they had last season. Which last season it was they had Slot first season. They just got rid of Pep or not Pep. They just got rid of Klopp, and yeah, you can tell. Like I think the fan base, the players, the manager, everybody was desperate to try to establish something and say what is Liverpool after Klopp. So I think that's what really drove that team, and mentally, I think that was a driver for them to win. Honestly, hell, they finished that season early. But I think now that they had that, and then they go ahead and spend on top of that, yeah, I think it softened them up a little bit. And I think for Arnie Slot, it's gonna take him either talking with the players or he's gonna have to go out and do some soul searching himself. Maybe he's gonna have to talk to a Klopp. He's gonna have to talk to maybe some old managers, maybe even some current managers right now that have dealt with this and say, hey, I got a team here who I got really great players, but maybe tactically it's not working out, even though, when I plug and play it like this, it worked, but then these days it's not working. I think I got players who are all superstars that all want to play, all think that they deserve to be starting, or all think that they can make the impact, and he can only choose but so many. Um, I think he's gonna have to try to ask some people or ask himself what needs to happen to figure it out. And I think ultimately that's gonna have to come down to a speech with the players as well. I think he's gonna have to put his arms around the players and say, "Hey, everybody can't play. Everybody can't be a superstar. Everybody can't be. Everybody can't be what the media and everybody else is hyping them up to be. They gotta be. They gotta be a team, and they got to. What's the word I'm looking for? They're gonna have to understand that it's going to. What is the word I'm looking for? I feel like there's a word I'm looking for, but it's not coming to mind right now. So I'm just going to give a definition. They're going to have to understand that they're going to have to make the sacrifices to be that top team again. And they're going to have to understand that mentality wise, I guess hunger is the word I'm looking for. They just got to find that hunger. If you want to win the Premier League, you must become the Premier League. Premier League is fast and intense and relentless every game, every opponent, every time. And it takes a toll. That's why Klopp had to eventually step away. It's hard to get a team to do that year in and year out. And when you're playing or managing for one of these big clubs, that's the expectation. So, yeah, Slot is going to have to understand that, yeah, man, he's got to figure it out. He's going to have to figure it out fast because I think the Premier League table doesn't really matter right now. But I think once we start getting into Christmas time, I think, one, you'll start seeing those injuries that will be season-ending injuries. So that's the first game changer. I think once you get those 3 to 4 month injuries, I think that's pretty much done for the season. So you have severe injuries being season-ending injuries. You have the packed holiday slate. It's always packed with games, so you're going to be playing a lot. I think going into the January transfer window, depending on if teams decide to spend, not to spend. And I think all in all, cup competitions, where you are in the cup competitions around the beginning of the new year, if you're pretty much in all 4 competitions, you're going to be expected to go for all 4 competitions. Say if you're only in like 1 or 2, you know, well, actually, reverse it. I'm sorry. If you're in like 4 competitions, you're going to be expected to try to consolidate which ones you could win realistically. So if you're in all 4, right, and you're looking at your squad, you're going to be saying which ones do we know that we can win, or which ones we definitely have a shot at winning, and which ones can we lose and be able to give up, which I know you shouldn't be able to say that with any competition, but that's just what it is sometimes. Listen. Listen. I think for teams like, say, a Liverpool, say an Arsenal, those are the teams that are going to be expected to win all 4 competitions, I think. Just with their squad, how they're playing. I think they're definitely going to be in all 4 competitions. I don't think either of those teams have any signs of losing. Well, I say Liverpool, but you know what I mean. The Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. I think, honestly, you could probably throw Chelsea in there. I think Chelsea is going to be a strong cup team. I don't think as far as like the Premier League, I think they're going to be inconsistent, but I think those players are going to be good enough to get a good cup game out of. So yeah, man. Newcastle, defending champs, they're going to want to come in and do well. So I mean, there's going to be some teams, depending on where they are that season, they're going to be expected to go into those competitions full force. And if that means they're going to have to sacrifice the Premier League, their form in the Premier League or in other competitions, it's going to be a factor. It's going to shake up the game. So I think, going back to the Christmas point, I think Christmas, yeah, that's really the big time. I think when it starts to get serious and when you need to start looking at the table. So if Liverpool don't really fix up by Christmas, if Chelsea doesn't fix up by Christmas or build some sort of consistency by Christmas, hell, if you see Man United right now on a 3-game win streak, if they get like 5 wins in a row, something like that, going on a good win streak before Christmas, they're going to be up there right about. Hell, with Tottenham, if we can go, I think the next 3 games, I don't think go into December. I think it's like the next 3 or 4 games until December. But let's just say for the next 3 games, because I'm too lazy. Okay, hold on. I said I'm too lazy look up the schedule. Too lazy to look up the schedule, so I think the next 3 games at least go to mid-November. I'm not sure if there's another international break. I think there might be one last one before the year ends, and it might be around that time. It might be around like mid-December. I'm not sure. So, but for the next 3 games, I think we got Newcastle, we got Chelsea, we got Copenhagen, and if we can go all 3 of those games without losing, we could go into mid-November, going into December in that without losing. I think that would only be like 1 or 2 losses on the season so far. Oh man, oh man, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit at that point. And then I mean, it will be a tough slate going into that December, but hey man, that's you know, I think we'll have a lot of momentum, and I think there will be a lot of pride in not losing, and maybe that will be kind of like the theme, the theme going into January and everything. It's just let's just not lose. We don't have to necessarily win every game. We're not gonna win every game, but if we can just like not lose every game, man, that's perfect. That's perfect. So let's see what else. Who else did I watch on the weekend? I watched a little bit of that Chelsea game, Chelsea and Sunderland. Again, Chelsea. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, Sunderland. It's Sunderland, right? I mean, come on. I know, right? I might have lost. Last minute goal against Sunderland, man. I mean, that's. And if you looked at the defending on that last goal, oh my god, what was that? That was horrible defending. Horrible defending. I mean, come on. Someone get these guys. They're just watching them. They had to, sir, just like a ball cop. I can't touch you, but I can stand here and let you know that you're not allowed to be on the premises and you're doing something wrong. Like, come on, man. They let that guy walk in and absolutely take that game away from him. So, I mean, they're one of the teams that I think you look at. Yeah, like I said, if they can't find any form before Christmas, I think there's going to be some big question marks for their season and what they are. I think a lot of Chelsea fans had a lot of chess winning the Club World Cup, which I mean I get it. It's a tournament. You're playing some pretty decent teams. You were in the preseason or off season, whatever you would call it. So players were still kind of out of form. So seeing that them coming together, winning the cup, seeing some of your new signings come in, win something immediately with the team, I get it. It's hype. It's juice. And you definitely would want to bring that into the next season, but then you get punched in the face, and they needed to have something to respond, but then you got punched in the face again, and then you lost to Sunderland. Sunderland. This is a team that I don't even. Sunderland. Granite Jack. Remember that? Unreal. But hey, man, I'm happy to laugh at Chelsea. I hate Chelsea, so that's why I'm making fun of them so much. But hey, man, it's gonna be a dogfight going into that game at home. We haven't had the best Premier League form, but I think as far as anything, we need to take care of business there. Go ahead and get the dub against them. I think we can beat Chelsea. To be quite honest, I think if we can, with defending like that, I think we can beat Chelsea. I think we can fraud a moment or two out of them, and either on a set piece or something. But yeah, man, um, they lost 2-1 to Sunderland. That was crazy at the very last moments as well. Just horrible defending. Just it's shambles, man. It's shambles. Absolute train wreck. Train wreck. I'm trying to think what else I got. I think that's about it. I think that's all I got. As far as games that I watched, we recapped the Everton game. So feel free to watch. Go ahead. Hold on, let me do my banners. Go ahead. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, please. Go ahead. This is a practice stream, but I'm going to be doing more of these. So if you just want to come in and make fun of me, if you just want to come in and just hang out, chill, have this in the background while you're doing whatever the hell you're doing, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this more. I'm going to be doing more posts more. Go ahead and subscribe. I got X in the channel link. So go ahead and subscribe to my X as well, or follow my X. Man, we're about to tear it down, bro. This is history in the making. I don't know if you saw that post, but it's history in the making. We're making history right now, folks. I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody who's participating in this right now. This is groundbreaking work. This is shovel in the fresh dirt. I know it's not looking like a lot right now, but I'm telling you, just keep up with the product. Keep believing. Keep investing your time. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. Streams are gonna get better. Greatness and the make. You're watching something special. You're watching the master game. You're essentially watching the Karate Kid cleaning and wiping all that stuff down. Mr. What's his name? Mr. Magenta technique. You know what I'm saying? So you're watching me wash stuff right now from the rag to walls and into the floor, and I'm getting my flow going. Don't worry, you're gonna see more practice streams, so there's gonna be more of me. You know what I'm saying? Getting my game up, getting my skills up. So, hey man, I want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody who's watching. I'm not sure if there's anybody who's watching, but if you are watching, thank you, because you are going to be a part of it. People are going to go back to this video. I'll keep this video up on the channel. People are going to go back to this video. And they're going to be like, I wonder when this dude got so great. I wonder when this dude got so special. When did who saw it first? You could be like, I did. I saw it first. It was majestic. It was like watching a baby gazelle gallop for the first time. It was watching okay. I guess that's a sign. I need to cut it. But yeah, man, I want to thank everybody. Okay, all right, okay. Everybody. All right, come on, man. trying to end the stream. Oh. Can I at least get? Hey, you know what? I don't want to take this. Thank you. Thank you.